In spring this year, my partner Josh and I made the big, slightly scary but very exciting decision to move to a valley in one of the most remote parts of Wales. At the head of the valley, a rainforest is returning, bit by bit. Not very long ago, sheep and cows graced these slopes bare, as they still do on the hilltops just above. But here in the valley, nature is rushing to reclaim its space. Brambles, gorse and bracken are spilling across the pasture, followed by hazel, willow, hawthorn and oak. This is Celtic rainforest. Despite the country's driest ever spring, the trunks are robed in rich mosses and lichens, and ferns blanket the ground. I still can't quite believe it, but this is where we live now. And it is so beautiful here. The destiny of this place isn't to be a wilderness without people. After all, on a wider scale, humanity can't survive a toxic divorce between us and the rest of nature. We'll have to find our place of belonging within the ecosystem. On a sunny afternoon in May, Josh and I drove down a narrow woodland road, then a barely passable track to make our fresh start in a not quite so fresh, static caravan. Our minds were spinning with all the work needed to set ourselves up for life off-grid. We had no electricity, no phone reception, no running water, but we decided to spend our first evening exploring our new surroundings and experiencing our new home before getting started the next day. We took a huge leap of faith at a new beginning. This place seems full of potential and surprises, and so now our lives do too. We knew there would be lots of challenges ahead, but as we were sitting there looking out across the valley, it all felt right. As we were discovering what the valley had to offer, the wildlife was discovering what we had to offer. This is a wild wood mouse, not a house mouse. We found an expired peanut butter jar in one of the cupboards in the caravan. The mouse probably felt as excited and delighted at spotting the peanut butter as we felt watching it. If you're wondering if we won the lottery, we didn't. This land doesn't belong to us, though we're hoping to belong here. It belongs to an environmentalist and nature lover, with a long-term vision for the valley as a place where people and land will rewild themselves in partnership. She went looking for a couple of people mad enough to be the first and found us. We jumped at the chance to make this place our home, to be guardians, to help set up the necessities for humans, and to make pathways to the valley's heart, literally and metaphorically. And we've quickly become good friends. We've never lived off-grid before and are having to learn as we go, essentially setting ourselves up from scratch. So we decided what to prioritize and divided tasks, like getting water from the stream at the bottom of the valley, or figuring out how to cook and shower and grow food without access to electricity or running water. In the first few weeks, we tried out a few different ways of washing ourselves. First, the most obvious option, washing in the river. Then we got a solar shower, which uses the warmth of the sun to heat the water. On sunny days, it works surprisingly well, but this particular model was quite hard to use, and we ended up finding much better off-grid shower setups. We don't currently have a septic tank, so we're using fully biodegradable products, like organic castor soap for showering or washing our clothes or doing the dishes. Any other cleaning products, like the ones I use to clean the caravan kitchen, we don't rinse down the drain, but instead dispose of in bin liners. With the season rushing past, there was unfortunately no time to give the greenhouse new walls before planting seeds. I reused old bricks and cement blocks and planks of wood to raise the pots off the ground so the mice wouldn't be able to get to them. There's an old rusty and broken polytunnel frame on the property that we're planning to fix and reskin to eventually be able to plant these peas and beans and courgettes and squashes in, as well as tomatoes and chilies and kale and a variety of other greens. We've been cooking over the fire most evenings, and every time we're getting a little bit quicker and a little bit better at building it more efficiently. After we've cooked the food, we tend to heat up a big pot of water to wash ourselves. Living off-grid like this is definitely not easy, but it has taken away all of our modern-day distractions, making our days feel much longer and fuller and rich with new experiences.